Today on Open Minds UFO Report, the Army's Chief of Staff warns of hybrid armies and little green men, a driver in Arkansas is spooked by a hovering triangle UFO, and a witness in Indiana describes UFO light signals. Your Open Minds UFO Report starts now. Hello and welcome to the Open Minds UFO Report. My name is Alejandro Rojas. In a recent speech at Norwich University, General Mark A. Milley, Chief of Staff for the U.S. Army, told the audience, many of whom were ROTC cadets, that in the future the cadets will be dealing with, among other things, hybrid armies and little green men. Some UFOers have assumed this to be an admission that armies of aliens and their alien-human hybrids are threatening the Earth. However, both are military terms that mean something entirely different. Milley made the remarks at an event marking the 100th anniversary of the ROTC program. His speech emphasized the qualities that will be important for the cadets in the future, especially given the increased complexity of world conflicts.
If the world of 1916 was complex, or the world of 1945 was complex, the world of 2016 is intensely complex. And I can tell you that from personal experience. You'll be dealing with terrorists, you'll be dealing with hybrid armies, you'll be dealing with little green men, you're going to be dealing with tribes, and you're going to be dealing with it all. And it's all going to be dealt with simultaneously.
His statements appear to be shocking. He seems to be telling the cadets that he knows from experience they will be fighting aliens. And what about these hybrid armies? What are those? They sound terrifying. Those familiar with the terminology used in the study of alleged alien abduction know hybrids to be beings that are half alien and half human. This has led some websites to proclaim that the Army has admitted they are preparing for battle with aliens. However, this is not the case. Both of these are terms being used by the military to mean something other than aliens. Hybrid armies is actually referring to the mix of conventional and non-conventional nature of many of our enemies. For instance, some of them are non-state combatants or terrorists that do not belong to a recognized state like ISIS. These armies might also be using a mixture of tactics, such as an army that includes cyber warfare. It's a new term, but essentially represents the complex and non-traditional makeup of combat forces. So what about the little green men? This is a term for the unidentified forces that were seen in the Ukraine and Crimea and believed to be Russian special forces. They wear unmarked green uniforms and drive unmarked vehicles. So Milley was not warning the cadets about aliens, but perhaps just as scary, he was warning them about the complex makeup of the enemies they will face. The Army Times took note of the misinterpretation of UFO enthusiasts in a story posted last week in which they referenced our story at openminds.tv. A witness in Malvern, Arkansas claims to have seen a large hovering triangle-shaped object while driving. According to his report to the Mutual UFO Network, known as MUFON, he was not interested in sticking around to check it out. The witness was driving along a dirt road headed towards a friend's home about 1 hour before sundown on December 15, 2015, when the incident occurred. It was hovering low above the trees just past my destination, the witness stated. I laid eyes on it for 30 seconds but kept driving out of fear. The witness provided a drawing of the object and says the craft had unusual lighting. The two bright blue headlights were pointed straight at me like two square eyes. I knew it could see me. But the witness soon lost sight of the object. As I got closer, the tree line blocked my view, or their view, thankfully. An hour or so later, after dark, I saw the afterburners of a military fighter jet heading south with no lights on the bottom or anywhere else. I calculated the object to be about 150 to 200 feet wide. I don't know how long it sat there. Arkansas MUFON is investigating this case, which was reported on March 31, 2016. A witness in Fort Wayne, Indiana reported watching two unknown objects hovering while flashing lights in the sky, according to another MUFON report. The incident occurred beginning at 9:35 p.m. on April 12, 2016, on a clear night when the witness just happened to look out a dining room window. "I noticed two flashing lights in the lower west," the witness stated. "They were brighter than airplanes." The witness provided a drawing of what was observed and described the lights and their actions. "I kept looking at them, and one would flash blink off and on, blink, 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 and then the other one on the right would do the same thing back, blink, blink, blink. They did this a few times, and then all of a sudden the one on the left changed its shape like a long light beam that stretched out. It changed back to the star shape, but then it stretched out again. It reminded me of lightning going horizontally. Weird." The witness continued to watch. "The light on the right stayed the same but blinked. Then I saw a smaller light fly by quickly, heading to the southeast. It looked like the light flew between them. It all happened in under 3 minutes. The two larger lights got smaller and then headed west and disappeared quickly." Indiana MUFON Chief Investigator Phil Leach investigated and closed this case as an unknown. That's your Open Minds UFO report for today. You can find these stories and more at openminds.tv. We post fresh UFO news daily. You can also follow us on Twitter at OpenMindsTV, and you can find us on Facebook. The 25th International UFO Congress was a great success, and DVDs of the lecture can be purchased at our online store. They can also be viewed on our video portal, an online streaming service. For one low price, you can view an archive of lectures from past UFO Congress events, and more videos are being added regularly. Our store and our video portal can be found at openminds.tv. Let us know if you enjoyed today's episode by liking the episode on YouTube and leaving us your comments in the section below. You can also download our podcast, Open Minds UFO Radio, on iTunes or at openminds.tv/radio. Thanks again for joining us today for OpenMinds.tv. I'm Alejandro Rojas.